Holy hell, I needed it inside of me. Hey Katie, sorry I've been MIA for a little bit, but I'm back with a new romance novel update, okay girl? Today's book, Rebel, Heir, and Rebel Heart. Book 1 and Book 2 by Vi Keeland and Penelope Ward. I've got some really great friend advice for you, Katie. Give him what he thinks he wants and let the relationship happen naturally. Tell him you just want a fuck buddy for the summer. Set his mind at ease that he doesn't need to worry about the relationship part. Start humping each other, and if it's meant to be, the rest will just fall into place. He won't even realize it till it's too late. Gia and Rush. Rush's full name is Heathcliff Rushmore. He hates his full name, so he goes by Rush. Rush lives in the Hamptons. He owns and manages a popular bar and restaurant there called The Heights. He's got this bad boy, tattoo, smoker vibe going on. Hard exterior. Most of his employees are afraid of him, except for his bouncer slash best friend and Gia, of course, she's not afraid of him. She almost immediately sees his sweet and sexy side. Rush's dad comes from money. He's kind of an asshole. He was married to another woman when he had this short love affair with Rush's mom, and his mom didn't know he was married until after she found out she was pregnant. His dad wanted his mom to have an abortion, and his mom said no, so she raised Rush on her own. And his mom is a very talented painter, and Rush got some of her painting talents, which makes him extra sexy. So Rush grew up without his father, daddy issues, grew up with like not a whole lot of money. He was a tattoo artist for a time. When he was older, it was his grandfather who made sure that Rush inherited a bunch of money and investments and property that was owned by the family. His father and his brother, his half-brother, totally resent him, and they're constantly arguing. Well, one of these properties that he got was the Heights, the property in the Hamptons, which is where he met Gia. Gia is a writer who has rented a room in a house in the Hamptons for the summer to write her first romance novel. Of course she writes romance novels. She even got a $10,000 advance to write this romance novel, but she blew it all on the summer rental. She's currently looking for another job, just in case she can't finish the novel on time. Gia only went to this bar once before the time that she went and met Rush, and she ended up having a one-night stand with this nice guy. She thought they kind of hit it off, but he ended up giving her wrong name and a wrong number, and she felt totally stupid. Her roommate slash friend who worked at the Heights, she said she had a family emergency and really needed Gia to cover her bartending shift. Gia is not a bartender, and Gia does not work at the Heights. Like, she talked her into it, so Gia is working at the bar and doing a horrible job. She's messing up everyone's orders, and she's not charging people the correct amount. Rush didn't plan on being there that night, but he shows up and sees that she's there and she's not one of his employees, and B, she's doing a horrible job, and he gets really mad. But she convinced him to not fire her friend, and also convinced him to give her a job as his new hostess. Their chemistry is off the charts. Yet their relationship stayed at sexy banter and flirting for several weeks. Rush doesn't sleep with or date any employees. He has always had booty calls. It gets to a point where Gia tries to literally throw herself at him by dressing extra slutty to work, and they should just be fuck buddies, you know, from that great friend advice. Because she's really only there for the summer, but Rush couldn't handle only having sex with her. He needs all of her. He turns her down, but eventually gives in. They try for a genuine relationship, and it's like immediate. Their world is beautiful for a while, until Gia finds out she's pregnant from that one night stand. Even though they used a condom, nature finds a way. Rush freaks out a little bit, but comes to the realization that he can still accept her and her baby, mostly because the baby daddy is like unknown, and he's falling in love with her and can like see a future with her. He even stopped smoking for her when he found out that she was pregnant for the baby. He's just so sweet. Rush started to include Gia in his life a little bit more. It was his asshole stepbrother's birthday party. Gia goes with him. Gia meets the asshole brother and realizes right away he was the one night stand. And that's the end of book 1. Book 2. Unfortunately, Rush finds this information out, not from Gia, but from his asshole brother, Elliot. She still couldn't fathom an abortion, but there were total parallels with what Rush's mom went through with his dad. Rush did not take this news well. So Rush had to decide. Was his love for Gia more important to him than his hate for his brother, whom he hated with a vengeance? Rush flew to Arizona. There just so happened to be a funeral of one of his childhood friends' dad. So he ended up hanging out with the friend's sister and her son for like a week or something. He couldn't stop thinking about Gia, of course, and being around this friend's son helped him come to the decision. Since Gia and Rush technically broke up during this time, Gia started making plans to move back home. Like, she kind of like forgot writing her book because now she has to raise a baby, and to like never see Rush again. And he was like trying to like give her money or give her like stuff to help her, but she was like, no, like I can't always depend on this, so I'm gonna have to do this by myself, which made Rush really angry. Rush confessed his love to Gia and decided to accept Gia's baby as their baby. He even went so far as to legally separate himself from his family and from his asshole brother. He got Elliot to sign away his parental rights, and as like an incentive to do that, Rush gave all money and property back to them except the bar and his Hamptons house. I mean, since the baby daddy was Rush's half brother, there is a very strong possibility that the baby would look like Rush. So, I mean, instead of baby daddy, he's the baby uncle. You know, we're keeping it in the family. Gia went into labor like 2 weeks early. Rush missed the birth because he was picking out a ring for her. He was gonna propose, but the baby was a girl. They named her Angel because of Rush's obsession with angel wings. He would paint portraits of beautiful women with angel wings, and Gia even convinced him to give her a tattoo of her own angel wings on her back to kind of like mark her or brand her. The engagement ring Rush chose was a 2.5 carat round diamond with a pave diamond band. So it looked something like this. You know, modest. Gia had major success with her romance novel. She finished it, and Rush got her pregnant again 2 months after she gave birth to Angel. He loved it because of his pregophile tendencies. He loved having sex with her while she was pregnant. It just like turned him on so much. And they lived happily ever after in their modest little Hamptons estate.